So there's a saying in the blogging world that page 2 of Google is where blog posts go to die. I know, very sad, isn't it? And a little bit dramatic, but you know what I mean. If you have a blog post on page 2 of Google, you will pretty much be getting zero traffic from that. Now, obviously, there's a reason why your blog post is not on page 1, and often it's because your on-page SEO and your blog post is not fully optimized for search. So you're not ranking for the keywords you intended, and you are not getting the traffic it possibly deserves. Now, if you've been looking on YouTube or on Google how to optimize your blog post, you'll find that there are many different methods, and there are also many different tools that you can use to optimize your blog post. Now, I've been running a little bit of an experiment. I have a website in the garden niche. It's a public case study that I've done here on YouTube, and I found 20 articles of mine that was underperforming. I've paid good money to have those blog posts written, but they're lingering or sitting on page 2 and even on page 3 and 4 for some of the articles. Now, one thing I usually do is I will go into each one of those blog posts and try and compare them with the better ranking articles on page 1 and see why mine's underperforming. Now, this is a very time-consuming process. And like I said, there are many tools that you can get to actually help you with that. Tools like Page Optimizer Pro or Surfer SEO are just a couple of popular examples. Now, the thing about using any tools is you need to really understand the tools, study them, use them, and become an expert in using them to actually get your money's worth. Many of these tools will cost you maybe a monthly fee or a 1-year purchase fee. Now, that can be quite expensive if, number one, you only have a couple of articles you want to optimize, or number two, you really don't have the time to use that every single day. So I thought to myself, there must be a way of actually outsourcing that process. There must be somebody on the internet that can actually do that work for me. So, as I said, I looked at the internet and I searched on YouTube and I came across Kevin. A good friend of mine over at Kevin Starts, who has a YouTube channel. He's a full-time blogger just like me, and he now offers a service where he will take your blog posts that are underperforming and he will fully optimize them for you. That will involve going in one of those selected tools like Page Optimizer Pro or Surfer SEO, and he will manually input your article into those tools and he will do all the corrective work that's needed to make sure that blog post is fully optimized for search. Now, these tools will also compare your article against many others that's ranking for the keywords you're targeting, and it will help you decide what needs to be changed, what keywords needs to be included. Maybe you've wrote too much, maybe you wrote too little. It tells you all the good stuff like that. Then you need to manually make those adjustments. And as I said, that's not a quick process, particularly if you don't know how to use the tools. So I decided to outsource this service to Kevin, and I've used his service. Now, I've been recommending Kevin's service for a while for blog posts. He writes some blog posts for the general public, and he's now offering other services as well. And one of them is, like I say, optimizing your blog post to rank on page 1 and hopefully #1 spot in Google search. So to make this video as short as possible, I will leave a link in the description to his service so you can go check out what he's done. I am going to jump on the computer now because I will show you some of the preliminary results from this service. He did optimize 20 of my articles and we are seeing some results. I have been tracking them in SERP Robot, which is the tool that I track the progress and the rankings of my keyword. And we've taken some screenshots so you can see exactly where the articles was and where they are now. Now, out of the 20 articles, not all of them have moved in position, but some have dramatically moved in position. And I do expect over the next coming months that that will increase, and I hope all 20 will see some good signs. And a bit of a spoiler alert, out of the 20 articles I outsourced to him to optimize, not one of them dropped in rankings. All we saw was a good deal of them go up and some of them not move. And I expect the ones that are not moving, they just need to be crawled by Google again to see that we've made some changes, and I expect them to pop up in the rankings any day soon. So let's jump on the computer now and let me show you a screenshot of what we've done. And like I say, if you want to check out his service, it is an affiliate link. I am an affiliate for recommending his products now. I'll leave a link in the description. Go check it out. The great thing is you don't need to buy the tool. You don't need to spend tons of time learning how to use the tools. And lastly, it's a small expense to get your article from page 2 or 3 where it will be earning you nothing and get it onto page 1. So let's jump on the computer now and we'll take a look at some of these results. Okay, so here's the snapshot of the results, and to give you some context, this is a screenshot from SERP Robot, which is the tool that I use to track my keywords. You can see on the left-hand side this column here where I've blanked out the keywords. They've been blanked out for obvious reasons. I want to run this experiment over a number of months and see if these improve, and I don't want any inflated figures from you guys jumping on Google and searching these keywords. But I'm pretty sure you can see here it's quite a positive screenshot. The green numbers on the left hand side is what we've added just to give you a clearer impression of how these articles have improved. So this is a list of 10 articles here, and you can see in this column here, these are the keyword search volumes that we've been targeting. So these are not small keywords. These are not keywords that you can instantly rank on page 1 of Google with only writing a few hundred words. These are authoritative keywords that can bring in tons of traffic. For instance, the one right at the top gets on average between 3,600 searches per month up to 12,000 searches per month. So you can see it's quite a big keyword. Now, the ones that say NA, that basically means that this tool has not picked up on these keywords yet, i.e. after the changes have been made, it's not found these keywords in Google. This often happens with this tool, but that will update over the next few days. So I do expect these NA results to pull through with this tool any day soon. However, like I say, let's have a look at the ones that are in green. If you see any numbers here with a star, it means that is the highest position this keyword has ever been. So you can see out of the list of 10 keywords that we're tracking here, the first one has not moved, the second one jumped up 2 places, the third one didn't move, the fourth one jumped up 31 places. Now this article was lingering on about page 10 of Google for whatever reason, and you can see now it's at the highest position it's ever been. Still not where we want it to be, but it will come up even more over the next few months. The next keyword you can see not picked up. The next keyword jumped up 54 places from literally page 9 or 10 of Google, jumped straight up to position 46, the highest it's ever been. The next keyword here jumped up 5 places, which took it on to page 1, which was fantastic. It was lingering on page 2, and we're now at position 7, the highest it's ever been, by it jumping up 5 places from making these changes. This one here was already on page 1, but I wanted to try and get it to position 1, and we've managed to improve it one more slot, and we've gone from position 5 up to position 4, again the highest it's ever been. The next keyword here, you can see it went up 13 positions, currently sat at position 75, which again isn't great, but it is an improvement from just optimizing it, and again I expect to see some dramatic growth over the next few months. And the final one jumped up 1 position, was lingering midway on page 2, and it's jumped up a little bit. So that's still some improvement, and again, more improvement expected. And this is the final batch of 10 articles. You can see the first one jumped straight up at position 31. Now this love art here means it's a new keyword. So basically it wasn't even getting picked up by Google in Google search. And now after the optimization, it's popped up in Google. It's jumped up 31 positions in the first few days. And we're now at the highest position it's ever been at 69. Again, the next one jumped up 36 positions, which is fantastic. The highest it's ever been on page 3 at position 32. The next one, 29 increases in ranking, and it's now at the highest it's ever been at position 18. The next one, 12 positions, 26 positions in the SERPs. Again, another star, the highest. The next one jumped up 2, again, the highest ever been, and managed to get to the bottom of page 1. The next one, not much change on that one, but the next one up 6 positions to page 12, and it is looking like that's about to pop onto page 1. I checked this morning before recording this, and it is at the top of page 2. So I do expect the next couple of days that will jump onto the bottom of page 1. So from those 2 screenshots, you can see we had 13 out of the 20 articles dramatically improve. 7 of them didn't change and none of them dropped down. My fear was always, if we mess with the article, will we actually make things worse? And in this case, it's proven that we didn't. And like I say, for the first month results, I think they're quite promising. And I will bring you an updated report on this in the next couple of months. And hopefully we'll see some more of these pop on to page 1, which is where we want them. So thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next video.